Hi Peppers, I'm in the kitchen, Hot Like Pepper Kitchen. My name is Angie and I'm going to be doing the cleaning of the turkey for Thanksgiving. It's a 16-pound turkey, good size one. Could serve about 6 or 7 of us and leftovers because we don't eat all that turkey, but I just love to see the whole bird on the table looking good. So I'm going to cut it open, take off the wrapping. I just cleaned the sink. Just take your time. It's a big turkey. It's not going to bite. I open a paper, a little bag so I can rest it on so it won't be directly in the sink. And I'm ready to cut this off. This is a big hard plastic that keeps the legs together. This to me is the hardest part to get off. So, today I'm doing good. This sharp knife did a good job today. It'll take me a little while. I'm showing you everything, but this is how the turkey comes. And I'm trying to get this hard plastic off. In the meantime, in the cavity of the turkey, you're going to find a butt. This is a big old piece of butt. There's a little bit of feathers on there. You pluck the feathers off, clean it up. And I use it for the stuffing. There's a couple of feathers on there, so make sure you get everything off. Don't hesitate to pull everything off of this butt. Alright, some of them is very hard to get off. It's in the flesh of the butt, but you pull and pull until you get them all off. Just have a little patience. And wash it off completely. I even slice it open and clean all the inside, all around it. But it's mostly meat. It doesn't have too much fat on there. So you take the little extra fat off of there, scrape it off a little bit, and then you put it in the pot. I'm just making sure that all the feathers are off, because I don't want no feather in my food. So you make sure all of that feather is off. See, some of them are very hard, they're embedded in the butt, so you gotta pull it and make sure it's out. You can still see it. Alright, so enough of this butt now. I think I got all. And we're going to move on to the next piece. Second. Yeah. Okay, so I got it all. And then there's going to be the neck if you pull it hard. Once your turkey is stored out, it will be easier to get all the insides out. Just stick your hand inside of there and take out all the inside. And clean the neck just like you did the butt. Take off all the extras. See all of this? I pull everything off. See, this is a big turkey here. And I'm going to go to the neck of the turkey. So they have the gizzard. See the paper? It's stuck in the neck. If you don't know it, you'll be cooking your turkey with all of this inside of it. So just make sure you go to the neck part and get this sack out. Here's the gizzard right here. Nice big piece. Clean that off, because that's going in the stuffing too. I'm going to cook them soft, season them up, cook them very soft, strip them up, and put it in the stuffing. Here's this big piece, nice and clean. And then here goes the some liver. Nice piece of liver. That too is going in the pot. Nice piece of liver. See the extra fat right here? I'm pulling all of that out. All of that. You don't want none of that. And if you look good, the liver have a little piece of extra skin on there. It's clear so you won't see it, but here it goes. Try to get that off. All around the liver have this little piece of skin. In the meantime, how you all peppers are doing? I didn't ask you anything before I jumped into the turkey, right? Hope you all are having a great Thanksgiving, at least prepping for it. You know we always have to be glad and thankful for everything nowadays. Much love to you all. Family is everything, you know. Even if you don't have your original family, you make a nice little family yourself. Do what you gotta do to stay loved and blessed. I'm still pulling all the extra fat off of it, making sure everything comes off of the liver. Clean it up because it's gonna go, as I say, in the stuffing. I'm gonna season it up, put it to cook for maybe about an hour or less. It's gonna come down soft. I strip it up, spice it up, and do my stuffing. I'm gonna add some hot sausage to it too. Went out today for all the extra things that I didn't get because I want to do a lasagna, so I went out today for that. You know, the supermarket was crowded, but I got what I wanted, and came out pretty fast. So I'm pulling the thermometer out. I don't like it in there, I just take it out. I want my turkey clean and nice. And then here we go. See the neck part? There's a whole extra piece of flesh, a piece of skin. I'm gonna cut all of that off. I don't need it. If I wanted, I could put that too to cook just for the fat of it, and then I'll take it out. But I'll show this away for today. Don't need it. What I do now, I go back into the front of the turkey, in the belly of the turkey, and I start putting it under the water and pass my hand in it so I could get all of that extra layer of stomach inside of it. Because you know, it have a lot of stuff in there still that we don't need in our turkey, so I'm going to pull some of it out. See all of these extra pieces of fat and stuff, you pull that out. You might get a little bit of blood. So take all of that stuff out. See all of this? This is the inside of the turkey. Take all that out. You don't need that. Once you start feeling the bone in the turkey, all the ribs in there, you know your turkey is clean. There's no more flesh in there. No inside. So wash it out, make sure it's clear. Then I go to the end of the turkey and I make sure there's no feathers and there's no yellow skin on it still. So I pass my knife on the end and then I start going to the individual parts, giving it a nice rub and a clean. Making sure there's no extra feathers or anything. Like you're bathing your turkey. I'm giving my turkey a bath. So it's getting a good bath. All the legs, I'm going to go to the wings, under the wing, making sure there's no extra feathers in there, no hair. Because sometimes there's a lot of hair on the wings, so you clean that off. I'm making sure all of the stuff comes off of it, making a nice bath. Rubbing the back down. Pass your hand on it. Make sure you get all the slime off of it. Everything. Because this turkey been all over the place before it gets to your table. So make sure it's clean. Alright? Don't just put it in the pot and start seasoning that. Wash your turkey down. Use your hands. Go under the arms of the turkey. Or the wings of the turkey. See, I'm acting like it's a real person now. I said go under the arms. But go under the wings of the turkey. And clean it up. And now it's ready. I got all the extra fat. See here? Look at the neck. I'm still getting fat. Still getting all the extra fat out the neck. Turkey is good. Turkey looking real good. It's clean and nice now. Yeah. So here it goes now. I'm gonna rinse it up. Make sure all the insides are out. Everything is looking good. Putting my hand in there. See what I'm saying? You can never stop finding stuff. So clean it as much as you could. When you're eating this turkey, you feel good. The turkey is clean, it's well seasoned. You know, you can enjoy your turkey. You don't have to second guess. Make sure you pass your hand. Then you're going to drain all the water out. Put it in a big pot, maybe a big plastic bowl or something. I'm going to use this pot because I can handle it. Turkey is bigger than the pot, but I'll use it. And then I'm going to start putting some salt because I'm soaking it. Usually I got a bigger pot to soak it so the whole turkey can cover. But if you don't, you can do it in this. Put some salt. This will cure the meat because it's going to stay outside for a minute. So put your salt on there, on the back and the front. In the meantime, all the other parts of the turkey is in the pot also. See, you put a little salt in there, and it's good too because then the salt will season up the meat before you even put your seasoning in it. So you'll have a nice tasting turkey. And then now I'm going to use some lemon. I usually use vinegar also because it's a big bird. And I always do that so we can take off the freshness, the gamish fat from the turkey and from the meat. These lemon, you don't need to roll them, they're very juicy already. So I'm going to just cut them open and squeeze them in there. I'm squeezing some inside of the turkey, making sure I get in there. Nice. In the meantime, if you see anything you don't like on there, keep cutting, keep cleaning. I just saw a piece of skin. I don't want that in there. It's full of feathers. And it's just extra stuff hanging. I don't like extra stuff in there. And it's nice and clean. Yep. Do another one. You could do about 3 lemons because it's a big turkey. And what I do too, I leave the lemon in the pot. This one I just threw in the sink, but I leave it in the pot and soak it in some water so you can get all the juices out. Here's the next lemon. The next lime, sorry. You could use lemon. You could use vinegar. And you could use lime. I'm using lime. So that's enough on this side. I'm going to flip it over and get the head of the turkey. So I can get some lime on this side. If you had vinegar, you just pour it on it, rub it on, soak it the same way in a little bit of water, and salt if you want to. A lot of people don't put salt in it, but I do to keep it pure while it's outside sitting down waiting and thawing. This turkey is going to soak for maybe about 2 hours. It could be longer. That's why you put the salt on it because it's going to be out there. Now if you want to put it in the refrigerator and it's in a big bowl, not leaking all over the place, you can put it in there to rest for that 2 hours soaking. There's no problem in that. If you have room in your refrigerator, you can do that. There's no perfect way of doing a turkey. You do it your way and do it the clean way and the proper way for you. So when it goes on the table and you eat it, you feel good. You did all you could with this meat. So it could taste good. You don't have to worry about getting. So I'm going to let it soak here. And I'll put a little bit of water in the bowl so the bottom part could be soaking in the lemon and the salt, the lime and the salt. And in the next hour, I'll flip it so the other side could be inside of the pot. Now, you don't have to do what I'm doing using a small pot. You can use a large pot or a basin, a bucket, a bowl. I also have some meat here that I'm going to season up. This is going to be for the lasagna. So I'm going to do this after the turkey. Season this up so all the spices will be in it. So the Thanksgiving day, the flavors are intact. This Thanksgiving, I'm very late in seasoning, because usually I season for like about 4 days ahead of time. Season it up and put it in the freezer. And the day before the Thanksgiving, I bring it down to the regular fat of the fridge, so I could let it thaw out, and then it's ready for the Thanksgiving day. I get a very early Thanksgiving day and start cooking. I like things out of the way, so I can relax and have fun later on. So all about maybe 6:30, I'm in the kitchen. Could be even earlier according to how I feel. And I start moving around, so by 10 o'clock, everything is done. I want everything out of the way. And that's how I move on Thanksgiving. Even Christmas, any holidays I do that. I get up very early and get everything out of the way, season up about 3-4 days ahead of time. Have everything soaked in. Here's this big turkey. Oh, and I found this big knife, but I still have to sharpen them. I have about 4 of them. Big knives, but they need to be sharpened. So I'm using this little monster here that I bought recently. You gotta be careful with this one. It looks innocent, but it's sharp. I should be singing a song for you, right? But the voice is not good, so I'm gonna hold off on that. So I have this bowl, I'm soaking it. And I'm gonna use this for the mincemeat. The prepping part is almost the same as the turkey. I'm gonna soak it in the lime. You know, I get limes because sometimes you get it for $8 for $1, $10 for $1. Lemon is a little more expensive. I keep lemon in the house too. But when you get it like 3 for $2, or maybe you'll be lucky if you get it 3 for $1. I stuck it up like cold season and stuff. I just squeeze it and take a straight shot to the head. I'm from the island, so you know we eat bush, we eat all kind of shit. Excuse my language. You know, I'm gonna block that one out. That's my normal self. Yeah. So everything is a herb and a, you know, we're not afraid to drink hard stuff, rough stuff. Just take a knife, open this up. It's not hard, especially for the new cooks. Don't be afraid. This is it, it comes out. I pass a little water on it just to get it going, because you know this will be impossible to get all of the insides of this meat, but I'll still try. And this is Shady Brook, 93 lean, 7 fat. So there's not too much fat on this one. This is the same. Shady Brook, same thing. It's turkey. We're going turkey all the way. I used to use the red meat, like the beef, but I changed my mind. I don't like all that red stuff they're putting on it. If I get a good piece, I use it, but other than that, I'll stay away from it. It have good flavors, but I still want to know what I'm eating. I don't want to put all that mess in my stomach and then, you know, get a reaction or something from it. Can't come up. Have to wait. Be patient for it to come back up. So this is a total of 6 pounds. Each package is 3 pounds. Wash your lime, wash everything. Make sure you wash everything. Don't just put it in your stuff and think that that's it. You know, for the young cooks, make sure you wash everything. Especially a time like this, but even before then, I don't play. Because you know, all these things fell in this Korean store, the supermarket. You don't want to just come and bring it home and, you know, put it in your food. You have family, you have yourself to think about. I'm putting this half of lime in here. I'm not going to need too much because this will go right through. And then I wet it, squeeze some water, get all of it out. Smells good. I like lime juice too. My daughter was telling me to make some lime juice for Thanksgiving, but I don't know if I have the patience right now to cut sweeten. I have a little juicer, but I must spend some time more on the meal this time. I could always make that another time. I like simple things. I'm not fussy. But I love to be excited too. I like, things to make me happy, and little things make me happy. A nice clean house, sit down, relax. Everything is in order. Now I could chill. Put my feet up and get myself away from the day, from the work for a minute. Just chilling in here. Everything nice and clean. Bring good thoughts too. When your house is in order, your mind is in order. So, doing all of this, I did my own seasoning. I bottle it. It's all the spices, nutmeg, all the all-purpose seasoning, black pepper, salt, whatever. I just put everything in here. Here's some green seasoning. This is my own. Scallions, thyme, jalapeno, onions, garlic, pepper. Everything that's green and tasty is in here. Tastes good too, and a little bit of lime. Usually, when I was growing up, my mother used vinegar. But I do my own thing. As long as I have some acid in there, I'm good. I play around with stuff. I'm not a particular person. And here's my pepper. It was a full jar, but I love pepper, so I'm eating it down. Sometimes I overdo on the pepper, but I love pepper. It was a full jar. I'm going to make some more later on. But for right now, this is enough. Yeah, so I'm about to season up this mincemeat. Where did it come from? So I'm putting like 2 tablespoons of this seasoning that I grind up. I'm going to put a little drop of this pepper because not everybody around me loves pepper, so I'm going to just put a little drop. So just like this, 1/4 of a teaspoon. I'm going to open it dry. Spices. That too smells nice and strong, right? Put a little bit of spice. That should take some nice spice. I don't want to overdo it because this too have a little pepper in it. We're from the islands, so everything is spicy. But my family all don't like spices, so I try to hold back on it. I'll put a little bit of salt in there. That's enough seasoning for the mincemeat. It's enough. And it's going to taste good because, this is like 2 days ahead of time. I'm a little late. My mom's called me today. She was like, "You didn't season up your turkey yet. You have to season up your turkey very early." We're so used to doing it very early, getting it out the way. Sometimes we do it like a good 7 days. I just told you 3 or 4, but my mom's and then my mother, when she bring meat home, she stands up and she clean every bit of that meat and put it in the freezer. I sometimes don't have the patience for it. I'm exhausted, so I may take it down when I need it. If I do come from the butcher or the supermarket and I have something that's already tore out, I'll leave it out and I season up some of them. But don't hold me to seasoning everything right now. Okay, it smells good and it's ready. Soak up in the other side of it. Your legs are good. To save yourself all this trouble, get yourself a bigger dish. But, I don't know. I think sometimes I like challenges. Okay. This was supposed to soak for 2 hours. So we'll just start washing it down. Get some of the lime that I'm soaking it with out. Clean it again. Like this, because I want to get the inside. I'm going to squeeze a little more of the lime, the other half. Let it soak in with it. Leave it on with the seasoning. I don't like fresh meat, so we're so used to doing that. In the West Indies, we always put our vinegar, lemon, lime. Some people do the both, you know, vinegar and one of those citrus, lemon or lime. I do either or. I go so far as if I run out of vinegar and stuff in the house, I look for anything that's acid and wash it down with it. If I really need to eat right now, you know, to season up. For instance, mustard. I don't know if anybody did do that, but I do it. Or the vinaigrette from the salad dressing. You know, you use what you gotta use. You know, there's no shame in your game. Okay, so I'm going in for the green seasoning again. Just have pepper. So the turkey is going to taste good. Alright, I'm going to put some in the cavity. Drop a little bit in there. I don't want nothing touching the spoon because then it will spoil your seasoning. It could turn on you. Keep it clean. Keep it clean. That should be enough. I think I put about 3 tablespoons. I may come back and put some more, knowing me. Because when you start seasoning it up and passing your hand over it, you see what else you need. Should have a little baby spoon in here for the dry rub. But I'm not fussy. I am not fussy. I do what I do in my kitchen so you can see in a normal life. A normal life. No pretend. And what else? A scale to put that pepper in there, you know. The herbs, spices is the jerk. I add that in. I just love to eat this off of the bottle too. So hot. And I think that's it. You wash your hand because you're touching all these other bottles. You don't want it on your turkey. And it starts seasoning. I put your hand inside, make sure all them herbs get into the turkey. If you could get under the skin, put some under the skin. Put some under the legs. Put some under the arm. All on top of the foot. Rub this stuff in. Rub it in the back. Rub it in the front. Rub up so your turkey could taste good. You see how pretty it's looking already? Those are the spices in there. I'm going to flip it over and do the same thing on the other side. But right now, I want to get every inch. So when this turkey go on the table, so it's sweet to the bone. It's sweet to the bone. Ooh, I love it. It's looking good. Flip that bad boy over and start putting some more. I'm going to end up putting some more green. That is me. With my heavy hand. Always extra. I'm definitely going to have to make some more green seasoning because I'm overdoing it now. It's a big bird, so it should be all over. And here I'm going to put a little more of the spice. It feels good that you have it in one bottle. This is how I grew up. My mom's always had everything in one bottle. She emptied, she get it big containers of spices and throw a little bit in one bottle. So when she cooking and seasoning, it's just one stop. And don't forget you have your little neck on your gizzard down below, so pass a little seasoning on that too. Whatever you're doing for your turkey, do for that. This is so pretty. I was treating it like a child just now, right? Under the arm and instead of under the wings. Oh, it looks so good. But I wouldn't put this on the thing right now. I have to soak this in. Ooh, it's a pretty bird. I'm in love with it now. The seasoning is on. It looks good. Let me see. I'm going to flip it over and see if I could get to the top part. So every part could have the seasoning. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Yes. Big bird. Alright. So this is going to be it. Because I'm overpowered this with seasoning now. But you know it's going to taste good. It's going to taste good. Every part of the soup you're going to have some seasoning in it. And like 2 days after, this will taste real good after it's cooked, after Thanksgiving. It's just like lasagna. It tastes better the next day after. See all the top of the wings? You put all the seasoning on that. You don't miss a spot. Don't miss a spot. And I'm going to put a little more green in there because it's a big bird. So I can't be stingy with the green. Right here, and this is it. This is it. Oh, look at this big pocket right here. Put in some in this pocket, all in the neck. Yes. I'm so glad I said it over and over that you all kept my company, because I'm going to run them out. I talk. You know, I love to talk. I love to express myself. Feel good about life. Have fun. Okay, this turkey is ready to freeze up until, well, tomorrow's Wednesday, right? So until Wednesday. Yeah, or Wednesday night, I'll take it down. You know, like just like get in the freezer for a minute because it don't make no sense to keep it down. You know, it still has to be at a certain temperature. So, ooh. And the neck and everything is getting seasoned. When I start cooking that soup for the stuffing, it's going to be delicious. It's going to be delicious. Okay, can't do no more with this today except wash a bag and put it in. I'm going to see if this pot can hold in the fridge. I'd leave it in the pot and cover it to the bag. This is a big heavy bird. So, trying to put this in there. Flip it over. Yes. Tighten it up. You know, there's other ways to do it, but I do this and it works. I don't do it every time. I may do different things. I may use another bowl or another container next time. I do what I do. It's not hard. Just do your thing. That's it, peppers. Glad you joined me. Turkey seasoning, cleaning and seasoning. So I can pull it out for the big day, which is Thursday. And I did the ground turkey. Excuse me. I did the ground turkey, so I seasoned that up. That's for the lasagna. Alright, the menu is going to be turkey, lasagna, sweet potatoes, cornbread, potato salad. Usually I put a peas in it next to it, like I put a pigeon peas or something, but I don't think I'm going to do to underfoot the stuffing. I love my stuffing, so I got to have that. I don't think that's enough food. I may put some rice to the side, you know. I think that's enough food. By the time you pile that plate up, it's going to be a lot. So that's it, peppers. Thank you for spending your day with me. I enjoyed it. Like, subscribe, and share. And don't forget to come back. It's Angie. Alright? Talk to you later. Much love. Keep safe. Keep loving. Be the best.